Player J Sexy. Badges 1. Pokedex 6. Time 2:14. What's up, guys? You know this is JJ D Uchiha, and I just want to let you all know that I'm going to be making a review on Pokemon Yellow for the 3DS. Now, this is a remake. Well, actually, it's not even a remake. It's kind of just like an emulated version that was brought over from the original Game Boy itself. And yes, I'm just putting this music on because I really like the Pokemon music. Well, alright, back to the review. I was a little distracted there because I just defeated Brock. Congratulations. And I don't need to beat the game to be making a review because I've already beaten the game a long time ago. So I already know what's up with this. And I already know the changes and the differences between Pokemon Yellow from the Game Boy Color, like the actual Game Boy Color versus the Pokemon Yellow that's emulated onto the 3DS. Now, here's the thing that, like, the edges on the 3DS is now that you can actually trade it Pokemon from, like, you can actually trade it with wirelessly through the 3DS. Back then, you would have to use a link cable, like, oh man, back in the good old days, you would have to use something like this, one of these kinds of cables. Oh, this is a remote, this is a mouse, my bad. But, like, it would look kind of like this, though. And you would have to link cable two different Game Boy Colors, literally next to each other. And it's so different now because I've noticed as throughout we've grown, Nintendo has grown too throughout their technology because of the reasons why they were back then. I mean, like they wanted to relate to little kids. You know, kids are like, I feel like Pokemon was kind of stuck in that generation though, and they kind of think like, I don't know. It's just kind of hard to tell. I mean, but the thing I love about this game and the thing I really don't like, maybe I should start with the things I do like. I mean, I really like that the music is brought over, the gameplay's brought over, everything pretty much is brought over, except for 199.9% of the color. Because sometimes I feel like I'm playing the game in black and white. No joke. Like, see right now, it's in yellow. Right now, it's in yellow. Well, I mean, its quality looks like shit. But, you know, crap. How do I move this down? But by the time I get to here, I'll show you. It's in black and white. What up with that? That's black and white. And so, it's not 100%. That's not what I remember playing when I was playing Pokemon Blue on the Game Boy Color and Pokemon Red and Yellow on the Game Boy Color. That's not what I remember. But the reason why I downloaded Yellow over downloading Red and Blue is because not only that you get a free Pikachu following you behind you, it's also, if you can't decide to pick, you know, Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, why the heck not? You get all three of them, and you gotta catch them all. And so you can get them all three on Pokemon Yellow, and your chances of catching them all is better. And so I think Pokemon Yellow is an actual, like, way superior game to Red and Blue. I mean, like, you can get whatever you want. I mean, you can have all three of the starters fully evolved, but the problem is, the only downside is that you can't evolve Pikachu, just like in the original Game Boy Color. And another downside, I mean, okay, so this is an emulator, right? I think it's an emulator. One of the downsides is that there's no speed button. Meaning, I mean, like, because the game was made pretty slow. The pacing of Pokemon Red and Blue was pretty slow. And so is Yellow. I mean, like, you can't even run in this game. Like, seriously, what the hell? And so you can't run. But, you get a bicycle, but that's later on in the game, and I don't want to be riding the bike all the time. Sometimes I just feel like I want to run. And so, on the emulators that I downloaded on my phone, you're able to hit the fast forward button, and you can move, like, you're moving, like you're sprinting, like you are hauling ass when you're running. Like, that's the reason why I really wanted that to be featured on the 3DS. And I was surprised, like, it was not featured on the 3DS. I was like, no, why'd you have to take that out? Or why didn't you even add that in the first place? So I wanted more color and the speed button, because the speed button wasn't on there. And, I mean, it's one thing to not have the speed button on, like, Generation 3, or, I don't know, I think you get running shoes in Gen 2, I can't remember. But this is Gen 1, and they never featured running shoes at all. And and the game is just slow. You're going through caves, I tell you, caves. And, yeah, beating Brock was a pain in the ass. I mean, I had to get a Butterfree. I had to evolve my Caterpie all the way up to a Butterfree, and that got me up to level 10. And it learned Confusion, which was an actual super effective move, or maybe it actually did normal damage to the Onyx and Geodude, but it knocked them both out of the park. And it was either that or I had to keep raising up my Pikachu and stuff like that, but I didn't want to do that. I was like, hey, I want to beat these gym leaders fair and square, so I can't wait until I get my Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Charmander. And, geez, I'm really excited to own that. What did I name Gary in this game? Oh, yeah, F-Boy. I'm sorry, guys. That's what I like to name my rival because he is what you call an ass clown. So, this game was great overall. I'd recommend you get it for 10. I mean, and to be honest with you, was it really worth the $10? I would say kind of, but not really. I would probably rather pay. But the thing is, I got an emulator for it on my phone, and I felt like the emulator on my phone for Pokemon Yellow was even better than this because it had a speed button, and the speed button is what, like, if this had a speed button, shit, I'll pay $15 for it. But it didn't, so it's like, was it really worth the $10? Maybe. I mean, it brings back the nostalgia. That's the reason why it's bringing back all the old Pokemon fans to buy in the game. Like me, I mean, I love Gen 1. Don't get me wrong. I like Gen 1, 2, and 3. As far as the regions go and all that. I miss the old Pokemon games. That's why I got the remakes for them. I kind of slowed down on the Sinnoh region, and like right after Sinnoh, I was like, Black and White wasn't my thing, and then X and Y was really good. It was too easy. That was the problem. Experience share is cool, but it made the game kind of too easy. And I kind of like challenges, you know. I want to be able to get my Pokemon stronger and tougher. The hard way, not the easy way. But, let alone too easy. And so, that's pretty much it. That's the reason why I like Pokemon in general. I mean, I really love the challenges it went through, the struggles, and the way that it grew up, that I grew up in. I was a little kid when this game was out. This is 1999. I was like, 97, 98, 99. I was like 2 years old when the game came out. So, I was really a Gen 1er baby at the time. I mean, that was actually how I started. That was Pokemon Yellow was the first Pokemon game I played. Yep. True that. It was Pokemon Yellow. Then I played the other two, Pokemon Blue and Red, which actually came out before that. But I really love the Yellow, and I really cherish it. I really love talking to Pikachu, letting him follow me. That's what I love about Pokemon Heart Gold. So, what I really want in the future, though, is that they need to also bring in Gold, Silver, and Crystal onto the 3DS as well, because I'm even more hyped up for Gold, Silver, and Crystal than I am for these three games. Because not only after you beat the Johto region, you get to go to Kanto and then win another 8 badges. So I'm like, hell yeah, I want double the badges. And then hopefully they can also try to fit in Gen 3 as well. I think they can emulate the GBA game on here too. I mean, shit, it's old. So it's like, I know they can do it. I think they can emulate from Gen... I mean, they already got Gen 1 on here, but they might as well emulate Gen 2 and Gen 3 on here. But that's all I wanted to say. So, Ruby, Emerald, Sapphire. Hopefully Fire Red and Leaf Green can also be on here. I'll definitely download Fire Red. I really love that game. But, yeah. And I loved Emerald because you can go to the... But then again, I do have Alpha Sapphire right in here. I have Alpha Sapphire. So it's like, do I really want to replay it? I mean, I already have the remakes. Just like what I'm saying for Gold, Silver, and Crystal. I mean, I'll play Crystal. I'll definitely pay to play that one. But yeah, go ahead, drop a like, subscribe. This is JJD Uchiha, and have an awesome day.